Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are working on the third set from our March edition of Sam's bead box, which was called Beauty of Time. This was his anniversary box, and I have made two complete sets, a necklace, bracelet, and earrings out of it already, and we are going to work on the third set today. So I am seeing how many sets, necklace, bracelet, and earring, single strand, that I can get out of this Sam's bead box. And believe me, I have a lot of beads left. Look at this. So this is what we're going to use today. And our encouraging word for today is kindness is always beautiful. And that is absolutely true. Okay, so let's start with the necklace. Now this is a simple stringing project, nothing crazy going on here, okay? And these are the beads that I'm going to use from the Sam's bead box. So I've got the lentils. I have 3 of these leaves for the necklace. I have I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of the lava beads. And I've got these little guys were on a strand in between. Were they in between? They weren't in between the lava beads. I can't remember, but they were in between something else on one of the strands in this box this month. It may be the beads I've already used, probably. That's why I can't. They're not in my thing. But anyway, we're using 4 of those on the necklace. I have 2 wire guards. I'm sorry. Those are not wire guards. Those are crimp tubes. I have 2 crimp tubes. I have a long eye pin here. I have some 7-strand bead stringing wire. I have a toggle from my own stash. And I have some little bead caps here from my own stash. And I have some chain from my own stash. I just got this chain. I really like it. However, it is currently in a knot. But yeah, it's just kind of delicate, and I can't even remember where I ordered it from. I don't know, but I ordered a whole roll of it, and I really do like it. So we're going to be using some of this. I'm not sure how much yet. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our chain, and we're going to attach our, find the end of my chain. What did I do? Okay, there we go. We're going to attach our bead stringing wire directly to it. We're just going to crimp right onto it. I'm not using wire guardians. This is a very lightweight necklace. I don't think that it's really necessary to have wire guardians on here. So I'm just going to put the crimp bead on. You can do wire guardians if you want. I mean, I have nothing against them. I just didn't pull them out for this project. And I'm going to go ahead and go back down through my crimp bead with my wire, my crimp tube with my wire. All right, and I'm grabbing that, and I'm just going to pull up here, and I'm just creating a very small loop onto my chain, okay? So I have my wire held here, and I'm making sure that it's not crisscrossed. So if I let go of it, you can see right there, it is not crisscrossed. And the reason that I'm doing that is just so it will stay in its own 2 little channels when we crimp. So if you grab your crimpers, and you see this back divot, and I apologize for the band-aid on my finger. I was doing another video just a few minutes ago and cut my finger, started bleeding right on video. And I'm just going to press down here in the divot. Now these crimp beads are cheap-o crimp tubes. They are not my favorite brands, which are Soft Flex or Beadalon. These came from another place. I don't think they even still have them anymore. But yeah, they are cheapo crimp tubes, but I did manage to crimp that down. They break really easily when you go to crimp them. So if you get it crimped, you're in a good shape. But if not, it might break on you beforehand. So buy good crimp tubes. It really does make a difference. I'm only using these because I have them and I need to get finished with them. So I don't have them anymore. But Beadalon or Soft Flex are your best bet for crimp tubes, okay? All right, so now we're going to string a little bit. So I am going to do one of these little green rounds. Okay, and I'm just going up over the tail here, just tucking it in the bead. Get in there, there we go. And then I'm going to do this leaf, and you know, you can put it on whichever way you want. I want to put it on facing down, I believe. So pointing with the pointy end down. Okay, so there we have that. I'm going to do one of these little drucks. Okay, now let's see here. This is my middle. I want to hang one of these from my middle. I'm going to go ahead and pull these beads out because as I'm beading down through here, I want to make sure I have the same thing to put on the other side because I'm not sure where I'm going to end up here with them. Okay, and I've got my bead caps. So I think right now I'm going to do a lava bead. So a bead cap, one of these cool lava beads, and another bead cap. This Band-Aid is messing me up. Might have to take it off. I'm not very coordinated to begin with. Then you put a Band-Aid on me and I can't feel a thing. I've got a bunch more of these tiny little drucks, these green drucks, and I'm just going to pull those out just to have because I may need more of them for this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do back-to-back bead caps with the lava beads here for the first couple. So by that I mean like this. I put one on, a bead cap, bead cap, bead cap, that way. And I put them back to back facing the beads. So here's this one. I'll go ahead with a third lava bead here. And bead cap set. Okay. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Now let me set these three out because I have to make sure I have them for the other side. I have one more. We'll do one more there, and then we'll use one in our focal probably. So let's go ahead and put this one on. And this is just very simple stringing, but I have managed to get so many. These Sam's bead boxes are so a value for the money. I mean, they just really are. So I'm going to use that there. I'm going to use 2 bead caps there. And let's see. So now I've got my lentils. And what I want to do with my lentils is I'm going to put one of these drucks next. And then I'm going to hang a lentil, a green druck. Druck just means round bead in Czech. That's what the Czech, they call the little round beads drucks. So that's why I'm saying that. That's what these are. They're Czech glass drucks. A lentil and a druck. And that's going to kind of be my focal, but I have to see how many I have here. I have 9, I think, but I need to see how I'm going to string them because I want this as the focal. So we'll go ahead with this one and this one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I pull 4 out for the other side. Okay, so 5. I'm going to go ahead and put my focal on. So I've got the, oops, I put two little drucks on there. We don't want 2, we just want 1. Put my lentil bead back on. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my focal. So I'm taking this big long head pin. This is like a 3.5 inch head pin. I wanted to make sure I had enough to put all this on. And I think I'm going to do the, wait a minute, I need to hang this lentil. Do I want to use this lentil on there? Why not? I mean, I'm going to have it left over, right? So I need an eye pin then, not a head pin. Let me grab an eye pin. Okay, so let me just grab this rose gold eye pin. Now this is not as long as that head pin. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to put this guy on here. And then I'm going to put, how do I want to do this? Do I want the leaf on here? Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm gonna do this right here with this lava bead with this bead cap, just like that. And I'm going to bend this 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to cut it off right about at my finger's width, because that's where I like to, a little bit less than my finger's width. That's just how I like to do my loops. And then I'm going to roll back a loop here. Okay, and I'm just trying to decide how I want to make this. So it's going to hang from here. It's just a focal is all, and I did not get my loop closed there, did I? My bead cap's floating up in there. Get back. There we go. Close that loop. All right, stay where you belong. Okay, now this part here, I know the lintel has to hang. I've already tested this out with the earring on one of these bigger jump rings. So these are like, I think these are probably an 8mm jump ring, and they're thin. So the lintel, I'm just going to dangle it from there. I'm trying to decide if I want to dangle this leaf too. The leaf and then the lintel, or if I want to do just the lintel. And I think I like it better with just the lintel. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this jump ring, put the lintel right on there. And if your jump ring is thin enough and big enough, it will go right on. And then I'm just going to hang it right from here. Make sure it's closed up good. And then if your lintel's hanging sideways, all you need to do is hold this top one with your plier, and if I can find my other chain nose pliers, I need to twist the bottom one only. Okay, don't twist your top, just twist your bottom, and that will turn your lintel the right way. Okay, now, but the problem is when I hang it on here, it's got to go this way, so that was my mistake. So let me put it on here first. I have to see these things sometimes to make it work. So I'm going to do this little green check bead, check druck, and then I'm going to hang this right on here. Okay, so see, now it's hanging sideways. I screwed it up. So we have to do this. So in order for it to hang correctly on the chain, it has to go like this, which means I need to turn my lintel again. I'm going to do that after I get it strung on, just to be sure that I do it right, because otherwise I might mess it up, and you know how that goes. All right, so we're going to put our other druck on. Now we're just going back the other way. Okay, so just beading back, and I should have all the beads I need. Wait, did I screw that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put my 5th one down there. Why? Why do I do these things to myself? That's why that I had that out there and I was going to use the leaf. That's exactly why. All right, well, but I like this hanging here. Can I take one from the bracelet, I wonder? Yeah, okay, I'm going to take one from the bracelet. So, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Just me. All right, so lintel bead, check druck, lintel bead, check druck, lintel bead, check druck, lintel bead, check druck, and one more lintel bead. So there we have our focal. I do like that. I want to leave that little lintel on there. He's super cute. And now I'm just going to bead back the way that I, just backwards from the way that I did coming on. So our copper bead, bead cap, lava bead, bead cap, lava bead, bead cap, bead cap. I hope I don't run out of bead caps. No, I've got a bunch more up there. Lava bead. Bead cap. And the last lava bead and bead cap. So bead cap, lava bead, and one more bead cap. And then we have our copper bead, our leaf with the point facing downward, and our little green druck. Okay, so there's what we've got. Now let me just hold it up and make sure I did it right and didn't miss anything up. It looks right, right? Yep, okay, we're good. So now we're just going to crimp onto our chain on the other side. So what you have to do is figure out where you want this to hang on you and cut your chain accordingly. So I'm making a lot shorter necklaces lately than I used to. I don't know why, but I just like them shorter. So I'm going to cut this right here, and then I'll tell you how long this is. So from the end of my pendant to the end of my chain is about 13 inches. So my chain ends up being about 7.5 inches. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do on the other side. I'm just going to lay this chain out. Make sure that there's nothing, like it's kind of stuck up in there for some reason. Why is it doing this? Why? Because I'm on camera, that's why. Okay, let's untangle you. Why are you doing this? I've not had a problem with this chain doing this before. It's stuck. It looks like it should just slide up. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this band-aid off. Let me get rid of the band-aid. I'm no longer bleeding, so we're good. Okay. This looks like it should just slide right up into this next. Why is this doing this? This chain has not done this to me before. I don't like it doing this. Okay, let me get off camera and fix this issue. Okay, I do not know why the chain did that. I just literally had to force it out of, it was messed up down there on the bottom. So for this one, I need to get this little piece off because it's cut. We're not going to use this little end piece right here. So let me get that off of there. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay this chain out side by side with the other one and just measure it to make sure that I get it exact. All right, cutting it at the top. All right, now, let me go ahead and get that little piece off because that's what I'm going to have to do eventually. Okay, so now I'm just going to crimp this right onto this piece just like I did the other side. So I've got my crimp tube here. I'm going to put my crimp tube right on there. Going to go right through this piece of chain and back down through my crimp tube. Now what you want to make sure of right now is that there are no gaps in between your beads. And your beads are not poker straight on this. You want them to have some movement, okay? But you don't want there to be enough movement that there are gaps between them. So I just kind of lay it out. Make sure that it can flex, but make sure that there are no gaps. Okay, and then we're going to crimp. Where did my crimp bead go? Oh, there it is. Okay, goodness. I think I need to go take a nap. I've filmed too many videos today. Okay, so I'm just going to crimp this just like I did the other side. I'm just making sure that everything's laying correctly. And gently but firmly, I'm going to press that down. Turn it sideways and hope to goodness that this crimp will not break on me. And it didn't, I don't think. So close it up. And there we have it. Please, I cannot stress enough, buy quality crimps. Bead-alon, soft flex, either one are great. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got our 2 wires. Now I'm just going to put my toggle on. And this chain, whoops, I don't want to use my cutters. This chain is so thin. It's got these thin little, so I have to use my bigger, thinner jump rings on it to be able to get through this little loop at the bottom. And so I'm just going to put my toggle on like this. And this jump ring will go through there. It's just has to be a thinner jump ring. Okay, so I'm going right through there. And then with this other one, the bar, I'm going to go right through here. And there we have it. There is our beautiful little necklace. Now when we're done with the earrings and the bracelet, I'll put them all together and show them to you. But isn't that cute? Super cute. Alright, so let's work on, here's the earring. I did one just to be sure. So here's the earring. Let's do the other earring because this is very quick and easy. And then we'll do our bracelet. So to do this earring, you're going to need 2 ear wires. I'm using fish hooks, 2 of the copper beads, 4 bead caps, 2 of the lava beads, 2 of the check drucks, 2 of the leaves, 2 links from this chain, or any chain or a jump ring, whatever you want to do. I just wanted to use that link from the chain just to tie it in a little with the necklace. A jump ring, a lentil bead, or 2 lentil beads, 2 jump rings, and 2 eye pins. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. We're going to take our lentil bead, put it right on our jump ring, just like this. Where's the hole? There it is. Okay, putting it right on our jump ring, and then we're just going to hang it directly on this little chain link. And I know it's just a small detail, but I'm pulling that chain link in just because it'll help tie the set together, even though it's just a small detail and it may not even really be noticeable, but it might be. I don't know. I noticed it, so. And then I'm just going to hang my chain link from my eye pin. So right there, just like that. Okay, close that up really good. All right, now we're just going to bead this. This is super simple. We're putting our leaf on with the point facing down, our druck, our bead cap, lava bead, and bead cap, and copper bead. Okay, so just like that. I am bending this 90 degrees. I am cutting off right a little bit less than my finger's width. And I am rolling a loop back, just like this. Okay, so just like that. I'm going to make sure it's closed up good. Going to hang it right on our ear wire. And there we have our earrings that match with our little necklace. So let me close that up. And there they are. There's the earrings. And here's the necklace. So very cute. Now we're going to do a bracelet. Okay, so pull on my bracelet stuff over here. I did try to be prepared. Okay, so I have got 1 piece of 7-strand bead stringing wire, 2 crimp tubes. I have 4 lava beads, 3 leaf beads. Actually, I may use all 4 leaf beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lentils, 3 of these, a bunch of the bead caps, and a bunch of the little drucks. So basically the same things that we've used on the other ones, I just don't have this focal on here. So everything else is pretty much the same. All right, so we are going to crimp directly onto our toggle. Now I am going to pull out wire guardians for the bracelet, only because bracelets get a lot more wear than the necklace as far as movement goes. So I am going to pull out wire guards. I don't think I have any rose gold ones, unfortunately. I'll have to get some. Maybe that's one. Well, it's kind of a goldish rose gold. There we go. I'll use those two. They match. Okay. I mean, it's such a tiny thing. It's not really going to be that noticeable, but I try to get them as close as I can. I need to get some rose gold ones. They're hard to come by. Hard to find. Okay. All right. So, oh, I just picked up that one. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, I didn't. Those are... Okay, never mind. Ah, I'm losing it. See? Okay, let's get the lid on that. Put that away. All right, so I'm going to crimp. Do I want to crimp directly onto my toggle? I do, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take my crimp tube. Put it right here. I am going up through my wire guard and over and back down through my wire guard. So that's what I got. Got my crimp tube and my wire guard with my string going. Okay, I'm going to take this guy and right on here. I'm going to pull this through so I don't waste too much wire. I'm going to put the crimp tube over both wires and try to make sure that they're not crisscrossed. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to take this wire guard in and close it up. Just like that. It just keeps your toggle, your clasp in place a little bit better. And it doesn't tend to mosey down to the bottom of that hole. Okay, and I'm going to make sure everything's tight. I don't want this to be up too tight here, but I do want the... So you can put your finger in it and pull. Whoops, don't pull too hard or you pull everything loose. But that's one way to keep your wire from sticking up on your wire guardian, because sometimes people will ask me, they're like, it's got a loop on the top, I can't get it. That's one reason, you just don't have enough tension on it. So if I can get this back together, good heavens. I really may go take a nap after this video. I have filmed several today, and I don't know, I didn't sleep good last night. I'm just tired. Okay. So, see, you want to pull that down, but you don't want to waste that much wire. So I want this to come up some. There we go. Let's do it that way. And then if you hold these with your finger and stick your little finger in there, and don't do that again, what I just did. Oh, I swear, guys. I'm leaving the bloopers in. I am, because everybody says, thank you for leaving the bloopers in, because it lets me know that we're all just human. And that is so true. I mess up, and it does not always go perfect for me. I wish it did. Not necessarily. I don't really wish it did. We learn from our mistakes, but yeah, this today I'm struggling with. Get in there. And normally I don't struggle with this. That's the thing. Some days my fine motor skills are better than others. I don't know. You all, some of you newer people may not know, but I had a car accident when I was 16 and had a broken neck. And was never supposed to walk again. I was paralyzed from the neck down. But God healed me, a miraculous healing, and I am not afraid to admit it. There is no, when you do an x-ray of my neck, I do not have, okay, here we go. I'm going to hold it, I'm going to crimp it. I do not have the 3rd and the 5th vertebrae in my neck. They're not there. Just not there. Just non-existent. And the doctors, so when I had the broken neck, obviously, they thought they were going to have to, I did wear a halo. They did put a halo on, so they did surgery to put the halo on. Wore that, and then they thought that they were going to have to go back and do other surgery to put in some kind of metal implements or something, but they never had to do that. So God healed me. I don't have them. If you see an x-ray of me now, there is no 3rd or 5th vertebrae. They're just spaces, and the doctors cannot explain why I can walk. So if you want to tell me there's no God, you've come by too late, because I know different. But yeah, so my fine motor skills are really the only things that I have any remnants of that accident from. you know, and every now and then, I just find there are some days that my fine motor skills do not work as well as other days. And I look at that as a reminder of the blessings of God. So I do not forget what he did for me. And I am not afraid to talk about it. So, you know, I've had some people say, you shouldn't talk about blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? God's been too good to me not to talk about him. And I want to share him. I want everybody to experience the goodness of God. He is good. So, bad things happen, but it's not God that causes bad things to happen. He did not cause my wreck, but he sure did save me from it. So, yep, that's God. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take this guy off and put a leaf on first. Mainly because the leaves haven't been like a huge focal piece in this, so I don't want to make them a huge focal piece now. But I do want to incorporate them. So we're going to slide this guy right on here. Okay, there we go. And see, this is what we've got so far. And then I'm going to go ahead with my lava beads. So I have 4 lava beads left. And I'm just going to do bead cap, lava bead, bead cap, and then another bead cap, and a lava bead, and another bead cap. And you know, I don't judge anybody if they don't believe, then that's entirely up to them. I mean, you know, you're entitled to your own beliefs and everything. In fact, that's what God said. He gave us power of choice. But life's so much better if you have God in it. It is. So I feel sorry for people that don't know him, but I don't think negatively of you if you don't. So, but man, if you want to know about him, I can tell you some stories, some serious stories. He has played a part in my entire life, and I can look back over it and I can see where he did. And I mean, I have personal testimony to the fact that God is real, and he has been in my life and touched me and helped me. And oh man, I can tell you stories. So I was telling Logan just last night about he got healed from allergies when he was little. He had horrible allergies. And I could tell the story. If you want to hear the story, give me a call. I'll gladly tell it to you. But anyway, through God prompting me to go get him during a church service, he wasn't even in there with me. He was in a class. And take him up and get him prayed for. He was healed of all those allergies, and he went off of 2 inhalers, an albuterol treatment every night, and allergy shots once a week, and he was able to quit all of that. So God's so good, let me just say. But anyway, okay, so here's what we've got. We are down to, let's see, I have a small wrist, and I completely forgot about my chain that I kind of want to use on this. So I think, let's see, where is my, so I'm right at about 5.5 inches now. So I'm going to add a little bit of this chain before I'm going to crimp to this chain, okay? So I know it's not making sense. I'm going to make it make sense. Okay, so what I'm going to do, basically what we did with the necklace, I'm just going to crimp right onto this chain, and I'll show you here in a minute what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And I'm hoping it's going to look good. I'm thinking it is. It's going to be a little different, but I forgot the chain on the other end. So we either do it this way or we don't do it, and I really want to use the chain on this. So we're going to try it and see what it looks like. So try it, just try. If it looks terrible, you can always take it apart. I mean, you know, you can. Okay, so we're going to put our crimp on. Shoot, I really would want to crimp to a wire guardian on the bracelet, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm not getting rid of, I'm going to keep this set, so I'm going to crimp right onto this chain with this piece. If you are going to sell a piece like this that you're making or give it away, then I would definitely suggest crimping onto a jump ring and attaching it to the chain, just so you can use a wire guard. Because on a bracelet, the necklace is not such a big deal because you just don't, you don't get the wear and tear on a necklace, but on a bracelet you do. And so I am going to crimp directly onto my chain, but like I said, if you're going to sell this or give it away as a gift, I would crimp onto a wire guard and a jump ring instead of directly onto the chain, just to be safe. I mean, it may never come undone. I've really not had a lot of problem with things coming undone, but, I'm always afraid of it. So there we have it. You can pull it, tug it, make sure that it's tight, and it is. And then we're going to trim it. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now, I'm going to put the end on down here for my toggle bar. And so I have to decide how long I need this to be. And my wrist, it's like it morphs. I mean, it changes. Like some days it's one length, the next days it's another. I don't understand it, but it is a strange wrist. So, and I know it has a lot to do with the type of bead you use and blah, blah. I mean, I get that. I'm just kind of joking. But I'm going to go right here. And I am going to cut right here. And, you'll have to measure your own wrist and decide how you want it to go. And then I'm going to attach my toggle bar with this jump ring. So we're going to go right on here. Right on here. And then we're going to try it on. And then we're going to do one more thing, I think. But let me try it on first. All right. And that is pretty good. Doesn't want to go on me. It's not super tight, which I like them snug, but not super duper tight. And this kind, I may take off one more link. And just, yeah, because it's going to spin a lot, and I don't really want it to spin a lot. So let me take off one more link, or actually I'm going to take off two. I don't mind them being a little loose, but this one, another thing I don't do a lot is use toggles on bracelets. I just feel like they're not the greatest. They can come undone and you lose your bracelet. I've done that before. But you can put a safety chain on, which I'm not going to do, but I also don't want it to be too loose. So it, the chances of it coming off if it's too loose are greater, I feel like, and then you won't even notice that it's gone. So this is a better fit for me. Okay, see that? That's a better fit. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do, because, this is kind of asymmetrical in a way and kind of cool. I'm going to take my chain and I'm going to, let's see, how am I going to do this? So I'm going to take my chain and I'm going to cut, I don't know, what is that, about 6 inches? Maybe a little more, 8 inches. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up again. I wish I would quit grabbing my cutters. I feel like I have 10 pairs of cutters out here and I keep grabbing all of them. Okay, I'm going to open this right up. And I'm going to take the chain and I'm going to put one little rung on here, the end. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to loop another rung on. And I'm not really paying attention at all to how long each one is. I may not be able to do this. It may not go, this may not go through the link with, oh yeah, it does. Okay, and then I'm going to loop another one through. It's a little tight to get it, but there we go. And I'm going to leave it like this. Now I'm going to close this up. And it just makes a flashy little bunch of chain loops down there, which I like. Now, I do want to dangle the leaf and this and one of these as well from it. So I'm going to grab a head pin. And I'm just going to put on, I think my green bead first. How did I do it over there? My leaf, my green bead, then my copper bead. Here I did it. Well, that's the same way. So I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to put the leaf bead on. Oh, come on. Head pin, don't give me issues. Okay. And then my copper bead, and then my green bead. Why does the green bead not want to go on there? I swear, nothing's working out today. The green bead will not fit on the head pin. You've got to be kidding me. It will not. I gotta get a thinner head pin, guys. I'm sorry. This has been a day. Is this one thinner? I hope. That's hilarious. I mean, that it would not fit on a regular head pin. They will not. Okay, the green bead does not want to fit. Hold on. I have some ball head pins here. Let's give this a try. It may not be big enough to do it, but it might. So we're going to put it on. Surely the green bead will fit on there. Yes, it will. And it's barely big enough to make a loop, I think. We're going to give it a shot. All right. What a day. Okay. Get off there. Rolling back a small loop. All right. That's good. And then I'm going to take one of my thin jump rings. Or actually, I'm going to use this jump ring. It's thicker. It came off my toggle. It can go right on there. And then this can go right on here. And we have a cute little dangle now and our little chain dangle. So, man, this bracelet has been a little bit harder than I thought it would be. But it did turn out cute, I think. So here's my toggle bar. And you just put it through here. And you have some cute little dangles there to hang down while you're wearing this bracelet. All right, so here's our bracelet. Here is our earrings, and here's our necklace. And if you want to hang in here with me for another minute, I will put it on a form and show it to you. Okay, so here we are. Here is our beautiful little bracelet, necklace, and earrings. Again, this is the third set of jewelry I have made from Sam's Bead Box, third complete set. I will link the other two videos in the description box below this one, so you can check them out if you want to. And check out Sam's Bead Box. I have a coupon code for $5 off your first month's box, and believe me, guys, it is well worth the price. You are getting all gemstone and check glass, and a huge amount of them. So check it out, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.